script. I think in the notes you talked about European influences, but I defy anybody to guess where the movie's going.
Sure. Probably came around, if I'm being honest, more by chance rather than kind of absolute design from the offset. And the idea for the film very much came from wanting to do something kind of really subverting what a traditional horror movie was, and so I distilled what I thought was the essence of horror movies. That's someone running through a forest or a landscape, chasing someone with a knife or an axe or chainsaw, trying to kill them. So I kind of took that as my basis and thought, how can I do that in a film in a way that it's never been done before, really. So I came up with the idea of Erica, the female protagonist, and I tried writing a script initially, kind of set around. I call the film kind of political with a small p, and there is the reference to the American flag, via the title. So it's not, and the title conveys a few different kind of meanings and things. And I think the film, I see it being about America, but by definition about the whole Western world, and it seems every time you look at a newspaper, there is that there's disease, that there's death, and there's strife, and one imagines it's probably been like this forever, and one just kind of, it's just like, can the world become a better place? Can the positivity ever outshine the negativity for any longer than just short bursts of time?
I haven't seen one. I don't believe you've seen him this way before.
No.
So were you confident he could pull it off?
One of the main things about the Nate character is that he again, part of him is this sociopath, but part of him is he's actually quite a nice guy, and he's kind of guy that if you come up to him and give him a fucking hard time, he'll do something to you. But he's very much the southern gentleman that he'll be very polite, and he'll be polite to you if you're polite to him, and again he's almost a mirror in terms of his personality, and so I think it's important to get someone who had this inherent kind of sympathetic element to the characterizations of most parts that they've done, and I think Noah was exactly that. And in terms of him going towards the violent side of the character, it's kind of weird. It's something I just never thought about. I just thought he can do it, and I guess again when I've seen some of his roles, I've seen the kind of darker side of him coming through somehow, and whilst I don't think he's ever done anything this dark, it's certainly again something I always felt was instinctively there.
Amanda, I looked at her credits, mainly television.
Yes.
Television. So did you find her through television?
No, auditioning. I mean, we had, it was a pretty tough role to cast because it's an incredibly, again, demanding role, and we were a low budget film. She had to take her clothes off, simulate sex, and she had to be able to do all that convincingly and be a good actress for not much money. So for many different reasons, most people weren't interested. We went to a few people before her. We were basically 2 weeks before filming, and we still hadn't managed to cast anyone. And our exec producer Adam Golden phoned me up and said, "What happens if we don't get our Erica?" And I was like, "Well, thank you very much. Thank you for coming."